dilemma of Dolores, which is based again on the Stolitzka's metal turning forms that they use. And I found this really what I thought was an incredibly nice piece of wood. It is almost like a hand holding this blue bulb, which I got from Dolores, who's a friend of mine. So therefore it's the dilemma of Dolores, because of, what's that? I don't know what that is. It's a real dilemma. So the thing that this kind of art, I always leave something like this in case the patron who buys this wants to put something on it of their own to swing back and forth like a pendulum, or someone trying to climb up a mountain or something like that. Behind this are two fire extinguisher lamps, the HydroGuard lamp and the firefighter lamp, which you can see the lampshades are again foam in different ways that I would apply the foam. It can be linear, it can be globular. You can do a lot with this foam if you really get into it and treat it nicely. At the forefront of this is a free-form sculpture, which I'm really big on kinetic stuff. I like things that if you put it in a window, the wind blows and things move, like that bulb way up on top, which is that's better there. It'll just sit there and go with the wind. And so I really, this isn't part of that. This is part of another lamp, which is not put together. But again, the wood, the shape of the wood, and the fact that it gets variegations of colors and textures. So I just drilled a big hole through it and set it on a spinning form. And took a big brass valve. This is a water main valve, which is brass, as a spacer, and wrapped some copper tubing around it. And it's just to me, it's a nice form of continuity, almost like a gooseneck. So, and behind those are three lamps, which arguably, this is the feather duster lamp. The main feature of the feather duster lamp is not necessarily the feather duster, but rather what holds it, which is an exhaust manifold from a Cessna airplane. And the thing that the manifold is attached to is a drain cover for a specialized industrial application where they wanted to filter out certain kinds of big things from getting into the drain. The table that sits on, you can see the ripples going out from the center, very much as if somebody dropped a pebble into it. So that's one of the things I like about those kinds of purgings is the puddle effect, or the miniature lake effect. Now, obviously sitting right next to it is an ocean, which has the Red Lobster. Now this Red Lobster lamp is arguably the best lamp that I think I've ever made. It was definitely my favorite one to make. And whoever put it in here almost ruined the tail, but I can fix that. It is a lamp. It has not only an underneath light. This being red, this red plastic bulb, are again Ford Motor Company Sandusky plastic light. These are your tail lights that never made it through the whole thing. Both claws have flashing lights in them, which looks to me as if this guy's a little bit loose. He probably has a burnout bulb there. Again, none of this is plugged in right now, but these have flashing lights in them, so they kind of like a candle burns there. And the purging just worked out to me to be almost a perfect shape for the lobster. And now this I actually painted because I wanted to emulate a kind of an ocean atmosphere where some of the water is lighter and some of it is darker. Behind it, up there, is a very small purging table on which is a bowling ball bug, which actually, if I can step over there, it's backwards. It's facing the wall. You can see his two pink eyes, and on the front of it are several clasping devices that are, when we set it up, we just didn't put it facing the right people. But maybe he was just a bad boy overnight and somebody put him in the corner and punishing him. It's called a timeout.